Women's Role and Choice in Love and Marriage. Short stories. An introduction. Love. Perhaps the one-word solution for everything. An emotion, a state of mind that we strive for, search for. A wondrous force that binds, inspires, and a force that can spin out of control, unbalanced and fragile. Love reflects, changes, and embraces us all. In this series, we explore the many facets of love through literary talents that span both time and country. Men did, in the age of our classic authors, usually declare their supremacy in all manner of things. They had the authority, both moral and legal. They had control of the assets. If the game is rigged, there can only be one winner. Yet in this volume, our authors more closely examine the part of women in the relationship of love and open both our eyes and ears to a truth in each and every story that reveals a rather different balance.
The Ice Palace by F Scott Fitzgerald. The sunlight dripped over the house like golden paint over an art jar, and the freckling shadows here and there only intensified the rigor of the bath of light. The Butterworth and Larkin houses flanking were entrenched behind great stodgy trees. Only the Happer house took the full sun, and all day long faced the dusty road street with a tolerant, kindly patience. This was the city of Tarleton, in southernmost Georgia, September afternoon. Up in her bedroom window, Sally Carol Happer rested her 19-year-old chin on a 52-year-old sill and watched Clark Darrow's ancient Ford turn the corner. The car was hot. Being partly metallic, it retained all the heat it absorbed or evolved, and Clark Darrow, sitting bolt upright at the wheel, wore a pained, strained expression, as though he considered himself a spare part and rather likely to break. He laboriously crossed 2 dust ruts, the wheels squeaking indignantly at the encounter, and then, with a terrifying expression, he gave the steering gear a final wrench and deposited self and car approximately in front of the Happer steps. There was a heaving sound, a death rattle, followed by a short silence, and then the air was rent by a startling whistle. Sally Carol gazed down sleepily. She started to yawn, but finding this quite impossible unless she raised her chin from the window-sill, changed her mind and continued silently to regard the car, whose owner sat brilliantly, if perfunctorily, at attention as he waited for an answer to his signal. After a moment, the whistle once more split the dusty air. "Good mornin'." With difficulty, Clark twisted his tall body round and bent a distorted glance on the window. "'Tain't mornin', Sally Carol." "Isn't it, sure enough?" "What you doin'?" "Eatin' an apple." "Come on, go swimmin'. Want to?" "Reckon so." "How about hurryin' up?" "Sure enough." Sally Carol sighed voluminously and raised herself with profound inertia from the floor, where she had been occupied in alternately destroying parts of a green apple and painting paper dolls for her younger sister. She approached a mirror, regarded her expression with a pleased and pleasant languor, dabbed 2 spots of rouge on her lips and a grain of powder on her nose, and covered her bobbed, corn-colored hair with a rose-littered sunbonnet. Then she kicked over the painting water, said, "Oh, damn," but let it lay, and left the room. "How you, Clark?" she inquired a minute later, as she slipped nimbly over the side of the car. "Mighty fine, Sally Carol." "Where we go swimming?" "Out to Wally's pool. Told Marilyn we'd call by and get her and Joe Ewing." Clark was dark and lean, and when on foot was rather inclined to stoop. His eyes were ominous, and his expression somewhat petulant.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?